What's up, guys? I hope everyone is progressing nicely through the week. Um, did a lot of reading about the brain lately, which has made my own brain hurt a little bit. But I've been thinking a lot about this assignment. So, just as a reminder, my learners, I don't actually have any students at this point, just because I haven't been in a classroom yet. But my ideal learners would be somewhere in like the mid high school range, maybe 10th or 11th grade, social studies. Probably that would be American history, most likely, but I would also be interested in teaching government as well. So for me, it would be students that are anywhere from 15 to 18 or so. So kids who are in the middle of a ton of brain development, and so I thought it was interesting to read the NPR article about brain maturity because sometimes you tend to think, oh, these students are practically adults because they're almost 18, but cerebrally, some of them are still, upwards of a decade away from having their brains be fully developed. Um, so I was thinking about that a lot. Um, and also, I was really interested in the Research Center, the Pew Research Center article about the demographics of cell phone use and social media use, um, especially because I feel like mid to late high school is where that starts to really pick up. Um, and I started thinking about the idea of maybe integrating smartphones into classroom lessons, but um, upon thinking about it, it quickly became not only an economic issue but also a social issue, and I've seen other people posting similar thoughts about that. And in any classroom, you're going to have kids who either can't afford a smartphone or kids whose parents don't want them to have a smartphone for various reasons. But either way, those students they're unable to utilize this luxury of being able to access technology from anywhere. And that goes a long way towards dictating how you're able to leverage certain technology, in the classroom. On the topic of the apps, though, and brain development, one of the things I noticed in the rubrics is that a lot of them ask about motivation. Like how motivated students are to use the app, and the interactivity and the ease of use. But one thing I didn't notice is whether or not students are actually emotionally equipped from a brain development standpoint to use these apps without any issues. So maybe the app is cheap and easy to use, and students are extremely motivated to use it, but for the wrong reasons. So it's one of those things that unfortunately you have to keep in the back of your mind, at least for some individual students, if not for the class as a whole. So yeah, overall, I thought it was a great week for reading. I was really intrigued by some of the things we took a look at. So I'm eager to hear what everyone else has to say.